Math, 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 math. Presenting the product rule. Hello. You're back on YouTube here, watching me do some examples with calculus, and I want to run through a trilogy of math for you using the product rule, the quotient rule, and the chain rule. So basically this is your product rule, and it's basically involves filling in 4 blanks. So that's the formula I'm going to use for the next question. Alright, so here we are with our first example of the product rule. And we're going to follow that procedure that I just listed on the board a second ago. We're going to find the derivative of this entire thing. But before we do that, we're going to change that square root and make it x to the half power, because they mean the same thing. Now you could distribute that through and add the exponents and use the power rule to get the answer. But I want to show you an example of using the product rule to get there. With the product rule, there are 4 blanks that you have to fill out. 2 of the 4 blanks are very easy to fill in. That's an easy one to fill in, and so is this. Because remember, in those spots are the first thing and the second factor that appear. To fill in those other missing blanks right there, you need to use the power rule. It's the first times the derivative of the second thing. So the derivative of the second thing would just be 6x plus 8. And you get that by using the power rule. The product rule finishes with the derivative of the first thing that's there. Derivative of the first thing is 1/2 x. And now you have to lower the exponent by 1. 1/2 take away 1 is the same thing as 1/2 take away 2/2, which is -1/2. This little extra writing down here, it's kind of nice to make sure that you don't make a mistake when it comes to subtracting 1 from those exponents. Now from here, I'm expecting my students to clean it up a little bit. So from here, we're just going to use some algebra to simplify what's left behind. We're going to add the exponents when we distribute this through, giving us 6x to the 3/2 power plus 8x to the half power. When you distribute this half x to the -1/2 power into the parentheses, you'll get positive 3/2 x to the 3/2 power, because 2 and -1/2 or -1/2 add up to 1/2, which is 3/2. When you distribute this to the 8, half of 8 is 4, so you get plus 4. And then adding the exponents, x to the first times x to the -1/2. The exponent here is 1. 1 plus a -1/2 is +1/2. All that's left to do then is just combine any like terms. So we've got 6x to the 3/2 here, and we've got 3/2 x to the 3/2 here. So that counts as 1.5 x's. So you could just combine those to say 7.5 x's to the 3/2 power. And then you've got 2 like terms here, 12x to the half. All right, that's the first example, using the product rule to get the derivative. All right, now I'm going to show you a few other rules in 2 other videos. So stay tuned and watch the exciting middle chapter on the quotient rule.